y'all know that, to have Jim as a part of your life here in New Jersey. And my family's originally from Nutley, New Jersey. And so I live in Dallas, Texas. My family's from Nutley. And so down there, like brothers that, who may have the same parents, they don't tell them. But we're best friends. And so basically that's how I came to Point Pleasant Beach. Is Dad and I's relationship over the years has grown, and Lisa is a beautiful, amazing wife. And one thing led to another, yeah, we became best buddies. And when we launched this company, he called and said, man, what are you doing? What do you have going on? And you know, Jimmy's always been a guy that's been into health and wellness. Obviously, when you play 17 years in the NHL, you don't last that long without caring about your health. And so you guys have incredible credibility with him right here in your backyard that you can utilize as a resource, as third-party credibility, etc. Because my guess is you don't care about Troy Aikman. That's my guess. all of you. One Cowboy fan. We have meetings all across the country. They have Troy Aikman cardboard cutouts. You know what I mean? Philadelphia? No. Right? In fact, it was so funny. We were driving. Last time I was going to speak in Philly, we were driving into the parking lot of where I was speaking. And there was a truck parked right at the main entrance with a sticker on the back where it showed a human being urinating on a Dallas Cowboy sticker. So, yeah, I asked my assistant, did they remove the Troy Aikman and everything from them? But, you know, Troy's a good buddy. He's a business partner of the company. We don't pay him to be a spokesperson. He's actually an investor in the company. And obviously his career has far transcended his playing career, right? He's the #1 broadcaster for the NFL, does a Super Bowl every year, and he's just an amazing guy. Great person, loves kids. And he and I hit it off because I love kids, he loves kids, and we're both into health and wellness. And we have the same doctor back in Dallas, Texas, and basically he heard I was launching this health and wellness company. So for those of you that are guests, how many of you are here for the very first time? It's your very first time to ever. That's great. How many of you won't raise your hand no matter what I said? It's okay, I can relate to that. But basically, here's the deal. I did not create these products, as you heard in the video. By the way, there's nothing more awkward than hearing yourself on a video. I was like hiding in the back room trying to like drown it out. But in the end, I didn't invent these products. Okay, so as Daryl told you, we basically were in a business venture together. We did about $7 billion in revenue over 9 years, second fastest growing company in the history of business. I retired a little over 2.5 years ago. I have 2 little beautiful boys, an amazing wife, and I was just loving life, playing golf every day, which, you know, it's funny. People ask me all the time, they say, so what do you do every day? I said, I play golf. And they said, wow, you must be really good. I said, no, not really. And they said, what about your wife? What does she do? And I said, she shops. She gets better every day. No, my wife is, she's incredible, but at the end of the day, I was minding my own business, having lunch, and I had written a best-selling book back in the day, and I'm not saying that to promote the book, because every penny goes to charity. I've never received a penny from it. Every single penny goes straight to charity for underprivileged kids, and it was cool. God blessed that book, and it's helped a lot of kids and all that type of stuff. So what happened was some of my friends are on a television show called The Shark Tank. So Mark Cuban, Barbara Corcoran, Damon John, etc. Well, a few of them endorsed the book. Okay, so I was featured on the news and television, etc. Well, the bad part about that is people pitch me their business ideas all the time, right? Because they just equate like Shark Tank with like I care about their business venture, right? So it's a weird deal. Well, this is one of those moments. I'm sitting there having lunch with my stepfather, and these guys recognized me. They came up and basically said, hey, are you Logan Stout? I said, I am. And they said, man, we would love your thoughts on a revolutionary customized nutrition platform that has never been taken to the market, but it was invented over a 17-year period of time by a group of doctors, scientists, nutritionists, one of which won the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award, etc. But they don't know anything about business. They don't know how to take it to market. It's been sitting here, and they would love your opinion if you'd be willing to meet with them. And I was intrigued, you know? I mean, let's face it. You'll never ask somebody, hey, do you care about your health and wellness? They're not going to say no. You know what I mean? Everybody cares about the way they look and the way they feel. And so I was very fascinated by that because though I've been taking supplements since I played professional baseball, it was a one-size-fits-all. You know what I mean? I mean, it was a one-size-fits-all. I mean, even if I get blood work, it was still pills in a bottle that other people were taking. And so when they told me it was unique to me, and the basic premise was this: you need your own supplement line. You need your own supplement line. You need your own supplement line. You need everybody in the world needs their own supplement line. Like one of my dearest friends, Keith Craft, the best-selling author, New York Times best-selling author of Your Divine Fingerprint. Basically, no one on this planet has your fingerprint. No one before you, no one after you. You're unique. You're specially designed. There's nobody that's just, I have twins. They're different. They're different, right? And so what's the point? Your nutritional needs are different. And so they're explaining this to me, and I'm going, God, this just makes sense. I cannot believe no one's done this before. And how has no one done this before? This just makes sense, right? And so at the end of the day, I go vet this thing out with some of the most renowned doctors in the world. And I asked their opinion on it, and they were blown away by it. And so then I sent my legal team on it, right? Because I said, look, go do the due diligence, let me know what you think. So they go do the due diligence. And basically they all come back to me and they go, this is going to change the health and wellness space forever. So I called them, I said, all right, let's meet. And by the way, to preface it, I got on the products. I got on the products first, lost 10 pounds, was sleeping great, etc. Very few people will tell you they're sleeping great with twin boys that were one at the time. Okay, I'm just telling you that, less than one. So, how many of you have kids? That's great. How many once was a kid? The rest of you, okay, but you get the point. You have babies, you're not sleeping. This is the deal. So, at the end of the day, here's what happened. I was sold the products were the future. What I did not realize was they were going to be taken to the marketplace by me, right? And I'm saying that with all the humility in the world. I was retired, right? I was good. I was great. I don't even know how to pay the rest of my life. But when I realized that these doctors, scientists, nutritionists truly had no clue what they were doing as a business, from a business perspective, we bought the asset from them. Okay? Millions of dollars, took it over. I say we. I own 60% of this company. Troy Aikman owns 1%. The Perot family, Patrick, Suzanne McGee, Ross program for president, right? So they have ownership of the company. Darwin Deason, I don't know if you know who Darwin Deason is. He invented a little thing called the ATM machine. You ever heard of that? Right? So he's one of my partners. He has 6% of the company. He sold his company, ACS, Affiliated Computer Systems, to Xerox for $6.7 billion. What's cool about him is he grew up in a house with his whole family. If you were to put a wall from that wall to here, and a wall right here, that's the size of their whole dwelling, their whole living space. So the most humble, down-to-earth guy you will ever meet. I mean, he'd be sitting right here with you, and you'd never know the guy's one of the wealthiest people in the world. You know, he's just a great dude. In fact, his yacht, it's not a yacht, it's a ship. It's a $100 million ship. That's to buy it. It cost $1 million a week just to keep it serviceable. He's a 17 passenger, or 17 crew. He gave it to us to take our top 10 income earners on an incentive trip in January. I mean, that's the kind of guy this guy is. He's just a great person. Anyway, here's the point. Put a group of investors together, some other ones as well, some celebrity athletes, etc. And we launched the company May 1st. We had our first big event, first big conference really this past weekend. Had a few thousand people there, which is unheard of. If you've ever been involved in a home-based business, I mean, that doesn't happen. I mean, it takes years for a company to get that kind of an audience at an event, right? I mean, just like tonight. I mean, one of my best friends in the world is the CEO of one of the largest health and wellness direct sales companies in the world. You would know the name of it if I said it. They've been in business 30 years. They don't get turnouts like this. They don't. Every single time we come here, it's packed like this, standing room only. I mean, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to basically say, look, what we have our hands on here is special. You hear people say right place, right time, and it's a cliche, right? It's like, okay, I've heard that before. Every once in a while, you can be at the right place at the right time, and that's exactly what we have our hands on right now. It's a very unique time in history where you're not only at the beginning of this company, but you're in at the beginning of the future of health and wellness. I want you all to understand, customized nutrition is literally changing the game for health and wellness. I don't care what nutritional company you're with right now, or taking, or product. I'm sure most of you are all on something. I don't mean this to be argumentative. I'm telling you this as a fact. What you're taking is not as good as this. It's not. That's not my opinion. Look at science. Look at the 7,000 third-party peer-reviewed independent clinical studies validating what I just said. And that's why we bought the asset. That's why we bought the asset from them. There was no doubt this was the best. So we bought it. We've taken it to market. By the way, if any of you want to come to our next big event, it's in April. You'll have so much fun, by the way. How fun is it for all of you that win? It's like the greatest vacation you've ever been on, seriously, with a compensation plan attached to it. I mean, that's about the easiest way. And we're taking everybody to True Cowtown, Fort Worth, Texas. Rodeo Billy. It's going to be so much fun, believe me. I'm the most non-cowboy you've ever met, right? I mean, first time I brought my wife to Jersey, she goes, now I get you, honey. Now I get you, right? It's just different, but we have so much fun. And normally events like that cost a ton of money. It's only, but until the end of this month, it's half price. It's only $59. That's it. So if you want to come, get your ticket for the end of the month, take advantage of that. Bottom line, here's the deal. We're having a very exciting time, very fun time, and lives are being changed. I love standing in the back of the room and hearing the stories of all of you that have promoted, all of your weight loss stories, some of you that have gained weight. Right? You've been trying to gain weight, and you've been able to do that because you're getting the right nutrients, etc. Folks that have gotten off their prescription meds, folks that are sleeping better, their skin is better, their hair is better, or whatever it may be. It's so cool to see all those stories. The 500 Club. Do you realize we have over 1,000 people since May 1st? Over 1,000 people that have joined the 500 Club, meaning making over $500 a month. Daryl Smith, who you just heard from, was the chief networking officer at one of the largest companies in the history of the world, okay, in network marketing. They don't have that many people making $500 a month in passive income. I'm just being real with you. So what's the difference, okay? Here's the difference. We basically took all the compensation plans that exist in network marketing. As Daryl told you, I was an associate. So there's nothing you'll go through that I haven't gone through myself, okay? I don't have a downline here. Obviously, I own the company, but we built the compensation plan for the associate to succeed. If any of you have tried a home-based business, I promise you, after you've got involved, you've realized there's some gotchas, or there's some, oh, I didn't know that, or whatever, and they make it look great. They give some slick presentation, right? Blah, 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 and then you vanish, oh, this is incredible, and then you go, oh, crap. It's a lot harder than you realize. Well, on that video, as much as I hate hearing myself, what I really want you to see, there's no teleprompter there. That was just me getting up there and speaking from my heart and telling you how you can make money here. Because our whole business model is built around this. If our independent associates are making money, the company makes money. If the independent associates are not making money, the company does not make money. That's not how most network marketing companies are built. I'm just being real with you right now. Okay? I'm not trying to downplay those other companies. It's just the reality. It's the reality of the deal. And so what I'm excited about is we're a real company with real people, with real compensation plans, with real products. There's no smoke and mirrors. Everything that you're suggested, there's literally a why button that cites the clinical studies proving why you need that product. So the products are huge, and that's why the company's exploded. We have a great board, great investors, great corporate team, great field leaders. It's amazing. And again, I don't say this to boast. I don't say this to brag. So I please hope you'll take this in the spirit in which I'm trying to communicate this. There's two people I know of in this room that have been a part of creating $1 billion company, and that's Daryl Smith and myself. And I'm telling you, what we have our hands on right now is exceeding anybody's and everybody's expectations, including mine. We are at the right place at the right time. When I retired from pro baseball, I've been affiliated with Major League Baseball. And my advice is sought after when the Major League Draft comes about. Okay? And here's basically the analogy I would give all of us in the room as it pertains to where we are. In essence, there are #1 draft picks everywhere in the country and all across the world. So we're all over the United States, well, soon to be global. They're everywhere. The only question is who goes gets them first. That's the deal. Somebody's going to get to those folks. It's just a matter of who gets them first. That's the advantage of being in at the beginning. I had a lady ask me today, well, I have a bunch of relatives in Hawaii. When are you going to Hawaii? I said, man, we're in the entire country. All the United States. Okay, that's great, but when are you going to Hawaii? I went, man, you didn't hear last week we purchased Hawaii. You didn't hear about that? Yes, Hawaii is a part of our country. Newsflash, okay? And so, as the temperature gets cold up here, I'll be doing business presentations in Hawaii. That's where I'll be. But at the end of the day, we're nationwide, soon to be global. More to be revealed about that. But the timing of where you are right now is perfect. So at the end of the day, there's 3 questions a person has to be able to say yes to if they're going to succeed in anything. They have to say, I like it. They have to say, I can do it. Right? Some of you may be saying right now, man, this is kind of confusing. Well, of course it is. You just saw it for the first time. Right? But I promise you, the more you see it, the simpler it is to comprehend. Okay? We have a quick start training. It has 3 simple steps. We'll hand that to you as you leave the door. You just do those steps, you'll get started, you'll trigger your first check, and you'll be on your way. Okay? It's a very simple business. We have our fundamentals to freedom. They're very simple. When you go through our fundamentals to freedom, you can do this part-time. Maybe it's an hour a day. Maybe it's 5 hours a week. Maybe it's 2 hours a week. Maybe it's 20 hours a week. Whatever it is for you. Just do those fundamentals to freedom. They're so simple, so easy. Just do them, and you'll be successful here. So we have the system in place. So can you do this? Look, there are people with half your talent in this room knocking this out of the park. I'm just being real with you. You know, Daryl and I were driving here earlier from New York, and we're driving down here. We were reminiscing on an individual from a previous company that we were involved in. And I kid you not, if I brought that guy up here, this is a top incomer, making life-changing money in network marketing. If I brought that guy up here, here's exactly how he would sound. This is not a joke. I get over there and I get out, and that's it. And you'd be going, what? And then if I told you how much the guy was making, you'd be like, sign me up. Sign me up. Right? But the deal is this, he was able to answer the third question. I said, you know, do you like it? Well, of course you probably like what you saw. Can you do it? Yes, you can do it. Okay? But you have to be able to answer yes to the third question. And the third question is, are you willing? Are you willing? You know, my dad is a brilliant man. He really is. He's brilliant. But he never said, yes, I'm willing. So he watched me, when I was 22, 23 years old, go make a healthy six-figure income in my first year in network marketing. He had the same opportunity I had. But he didn't say, yes, I'm willing. I said, yes, I'm willing. Was my dad willing? Of course he is. He still is. You know, and I'm not trying to throw my dad under the bus. This is nothing I just said right to his face. Right? We're from Jersey. From nothing, as I'm saying. But some people can't get over themselves. Well, I'm afraid of what my friends may think. Like, they already know you're an idiot. What do you mean? Who cares what your friends think? What are you talking about? You know? Well, you know, I just don't want to go hit up my friends. You're not hitting up your friends. They all want what we have. Now, if your approach is wrong, it can come across as hitting up your friends. Right? If you're trying to sell them, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. In fact, I'll give you an example. Who's here for the very first time? You are, sir? Right here. I'll do front row. You're right here. Come on. Perfect. Give a round of applause, please. You're probably going, what was that? Right? Okay, here's the point. I asked you to come up, and I stopped talking. All I did was put my hands up. You put your hands up with me, right? I pushed. What'd you do? Did I ask you to push back? No. Every human being, if you push something on, they're going to push back. Okay? Even if it's internally and they don't verbalize it. They're a yellow personality. They're going to push back. And they're not going to want to do business with you. And so I think one of the reasons I've been successful in direct sales and in business in general is just do what's best for people. Don't try to sell people. Right? You don't need to sell this. If you have to try to sell it, it's probably because your product stinks. I'm just being real with you. We just share what we have. You share it with passion. You just educate people on what we've got our hands on because everyone wants to look and feel better. You know the problem most people have, though, is they wait for something to go wrong. Right? They wait for something to go wrong. Like, oh, crap, I need to get something. Right? If they were just taking care of themselves to begin with, that wouldn't have happened. You know what's interesting is the millennials, the 34 and under crowd, pretty much every one of them are on supplements. Every one of them. It's the baby boomers. Their version of a supplement is prescription pills. And you know, it's hilarious to me because the baby boomers go, oh, I don't know if I trust supplements. All organic, all natural. Right? I don't know if I trust it. And they'll sit there and pop their prescription pill that literally says, this will relieve your headache, but it might kill you, give you a chance of heart attack, you'll lose all your hair, you'll have no chance of living more than 5 years. I mean, if you don't believe it, watch the Cialis commercial on television. I mean, it's like, I was with my wife, and I go, who would ever take that? And I love how they try to beautify the commercial. Have you noticed that? They show these happy people. And they try to drown out the disclaimers that they have to put on there, right? They have to put. The whole commercial's a disclaimer. Next time those come on, go Google it or something and watch the disclaimers they have to communicate to you. And people still buy it. I mean, it's mind-boggling. Why? Because, and I'm sure there's doctors in here, I'm glad you're here, okay? Because if you're honest, you're going to agree with what I've just said. If you're dishonest, we'll go ahead and prove it by disagreeing with what I'm about to say, okay? Here's the deal. Doctors don't know nutrition. They don't know nutrition. They don't understand nutrition. Some of them, especially in the last 5 years, because of the government and different things, right? And insurance stuff, it's weeding into the income they can make. I mean, they've gone back, right? And they've become students of nutrition. We have tons of doctors, tons of them, who have our stuff in their clinics. That should be great validation right there. When you have your PhD on the line, because you're recommending stuff to your patients, that should tell you something. Okay? We have tons of them that put our stuff in here, but an honest doctor, PhD, they'll tell you, maybe had one class in undergrad. But you put a white coat on, all of a sudden people trust what you're saying. My doctor, as a joke, my doctor for my kids, took me to a pediatrician. I asked him, I said, hey, this may not be, they had no idea what I do for a living. I said, this may not be in your field. I said, but if my wife and I want to get on a good vitamin, what do you recommend? I said, let's go get a multivitamin store. And I go, oh, cool, can you tell me why? They couldn't tell me why. They couldn't why. And then I corrected him. I said, here's the deal. You just gave me horrible advice. I said, which means my two pride and joys, my two boys, I said, there's no way in the world I'm bringing it back to you. That's exactly what I said. I said, before you open your mouth, know what you're talking about. Now here's the point. Most network marketing, health, and wellness companies, independent associates, out of good intentions, are trying to promote their product. Right? They are. Okay? Here, you aren't the ones having to promote it. We have all the third-party tools for you. We're experts are promoting it for you. Real science, evidence-based information is promoting it for you. And that, my friends, is why physicians, doctors, chiropractors, you name it, all across the country are going crazy over what we have. Because it's not the CEO's opinion. Right? We're not some company that built a marketing plan and said, okay, they've got to find some products to sell. No, the products were built to help people's lives. Then we chose to do network marketing because it is the future of business. It's the way business is moving. Over 100 million people are involved in network marketing now. Now, this isn't 5 years ago, 10 years ago, where it sort of had a negative connotation, I said in the video. People today know. You know, I'll never forget, though, back in 2002. Oh, my gosh, I'll never forget. Sweet lady. I go to her, I try to tell her about my network marketing business. And she literally looks at me, because I was a youth pastor. She looks at me, she goes, I can't believe you're doing this. You're going to lose all your credibility. You're a youth minister. You're going to go to jail. You're going to jail. I said, Mom, I'm not going to jail. Right? You know? But it's so interesting. I mean, some people, they allow those things to just corrupt their mindset. You know? Network marketing is exploding. Over 85% of the females in the United States of America making a six-figure income or better, over 85% of them are now doing it through network marketing. Do you know that? I want you to think about this statistic. That's a crazy stat. Over 85% of them. Okay? The industry's booming. So here's the deal. How do you answer yes to the third question? Yes, I'm willing, right? What was the difference between the individual who you wouldn't understand a single word from if I brought him up here? Right? Remember I told you about right? If I brought him up here? Why does that guy say I'm willing when the person who's in debt and needs this wouldn't be willing to say they're willing? Pride. One person's too prideful to just say, look, here's the deal. I've got a business venture I'm doing. I got on the products, had great results. As a result of that, I started doing it on the side, just sharing it with people I care about. And now in 6 months, I'm on track to be debt-free. In 12 months, I'm on track to walk away from my job. Folks, that's the power of ID Life. That's the power of what we're doing. The products work. We're unique. No one has what we have. We're not a Me Too company. Okay? No one has what we have. And by just simply getting on the product, sharing your passion behind what it's doing for you, you have a chance to get debt-free, get your car paid for, get to go on incredible vacations. We're taking everybody on an all-expenses-paid cruise if you want to qualify. Everybody in the room can earn that. It's so ridiculously simple to earn that. It's ridiculously simple to earn that cruise. I'll be flying out on Sunday. We're taking hundreds of people to Grand Balas, 5-star resort in Mexico, because people said, I'm willing. You know, basically people are in 3 stages of life. One is they're just in a funk. They're just in a funk. I've been there. I'll open up my heart for you here for a sec. My wife and I struggled to have kids for almost a decade. I'll never forget on the doctor. Well, you guys can't get pregnant. I looked over at my wife and I saw her just start bawling. I about wanted to just tackle that doctor. I wanted to destroy that guy. You know? And at the end of the day, here's the point. We've been blessed with 2 beautiful boys, but there was a long period of time there where I was in a funk. I did not want to get out of bed. I had to make myself get out of bed. I snoozed 3 or 4 times. I was in a funk. And no matter what you have going on in your life, some of you may be in that stage. Maybe it's relational. Maybe it's at your job. Maybe you're in a job right now that you hate. You hate it with a passion. Well, here's the cool news. We live in the greatest country in the world. Right? You get to wake up every day and make the choices to what you want to do that day. And the next day you can do the same thing. The day after that you can do the same thing. The day after that you can do the same thing. But here's what happens for most people in that funk. They don't believe a word I'm saying. They're paralyzed in their own mind. Too good to be true. It can't happen. Well, you got folks from your own neighborhood right here. In your own neighborhood who are making life-changing income in this company. If you don't trust me, don't trust me. Go ask them. Go ask them. It's not too good to be true. You have to be able to remove the lids that you put on your own head. That's how you answer, yes, I'm willing. Right? Funk. Second stage, a lot of people are comfortable. My job's not bad. Pays the bills. Not bad. My relationships are okay. Kids are healthy. I'm good. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves, I see some little ones here. Some kiddos. Right? How old are you, big dog? 10 tomorrow? How old are you, young lady? 7. She smiles. She has a beautiful smile. What happened to your smile, man? Good. Good. 7. Any other kids in here? Little guys, girls? Okay, how old are you, bro? 13. Awesome. Did you hear the difference in the age? You got 10 and 13. Hey, when you grow up, what do you want to be? Going to the military? Oh, I love you. What do you want to be, bro?
Leader riding life.
A leader riding life. I saved the best for last. What do you want to be when you grow up? I love it. Hold on, that's my favorite thing a kid does. When you ever ask a kid, especially the younger they are, I love, whenever I'm in a funk, right? We all have bad days, right? I love to find a kid and ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? The first thing they do, you just did it, young lady, it was beautiful. Their eyes go just like this. Right? Because they dream. Right? They dream. You know what an adult does when you ask them? They go like this. Any idea? Or are you still dreaming about it? Afterwards, you can come talk to me. I'm proud of you for talking in front of this huge group of the 7-year-old. Give her a big round of applause. What's your name, the one that wants to go in the military? What is it?
Troy.
Troy. Ooh, that's a good name, man. Troy, here's what I'm going to tell you. Before I say this, anybody else here has any of you served our country? If you have, stand up. Let's give you a big round of applause. They've served our country. You know, we should give you even a bigger round of applause to is your spouses and your children, quite frankly, because they're the ones who missed you for 6 months at a time or 12 months at a time. So let's give them a big round of applause. I saw a video, actually one of the videos on the news. On the plane, I was watching the television. And you know how when you come back into the country from serving, there's an order, right? You stand and you all do the deal and whole 9 yards, and then you get to go see your family. Well, this little boy, probably 7 years old, he wasn't waiting. He saw Daddy come walking off that plane, and he comes sprinting up. Man, I was just bawling like a baby on the plane, right? My sister's looking at me like, what's wrong, man? But here's the point, Troy. Troy, here's the point, brother. And I want you to remember this, and young lady, I want you to remember this, okay? Adults, hopefully remember this. All these folks that have served our country in the past are serving our country right now and will serve our country in the future. They do so for a statement that our founding fathers put in the Declaration of Independence, quite frankly, which is life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I want to make sure you hear me on this. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Right? They did it so we can wake up every single day. Life, liberty, 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 and the pursuit of happiness. Not life, liberty, and pursuit of the weekend. Most people live a whole life where they just exist as they get older. Their adulthood is just existing. Right? You pray for an ice storm so you don't have to go to work the next day. You know what I mean? Man, great, it's iced out. I don't have to go to work. When you're praying that you can't leave your house, right? You're probably in the wrong job. I'm just saying. And so here's the whole point. ID Life stands for Individually Designed Life. That stage 2 that I referenced is called comfortable. And I promise you, if you're in that comfortable stage, you will have days for the rest of your life where you will ask yourself this question. There's got to be more to life than this. Right? There's got to be more. A comfortable life is a passionless life. Stage 3 is what we're all called to do and designed to do. A stage 3 life is a life of freedom, where every single night you're so excited you can't wait for the next day. You have to have our sleep strip just to go to sleep, right? Every morning you wake up, you're just ready to go. People look at me like I'm nuts. I was like, why are you so excited about everything? Because I know I'm doing exactly what God put me on this earth to do. I'm not working. I get to serve people. I get to help people. I get to wake people up from their mental funk of life, that stage 2 or stage 1 of life, and help them understand they were designed for a stage 3 of life, because you're a game changer. You're put on this earth to do great things. That's why you have a unique fingerprint. Right? If God wanted us to all be just normal, we'd all have the same fingerprint. We don't look the same. You're uniquely designed. Some of you get, well, Logan, I don't believe in God. I'm not here to argue with you. Right? I have great friends in this company that actually don't. They're struggling with that. They're not sure if they believe in God or if they don't believe in God. And look, I would love to have that conversation with you. What you learn about me is this. A, I'm a Christian first and foremost. B, most people get Christianity way off track. Christianity is this. Love your maker and love people. Those are the two things. Nowhere does it say to judge people. And it drives me crazy. It's one reason I resigned as a pastor of a megachurch in Dallas, Texas. Because I'd see people walking around beating people over the head with the Bible. Right? It's like you're missing the whole purpose of Christianity. It's to love people. It's to love people. That's the deal. And it just the point is this. If you don't believe in God, just hear me for a second. You were put on this earth to do great things. Well, Logan, I'm 65 years old. What else can I do? Look, if you're still here, God ain't done with you. If you're still here, there's something special for you. And you know what? It may not be this company. It may not be ID Life. I don't fly in and speak to get you into ID Life. I said this on the video. I fly in to speak because I believe my mission on this earth, in this season and chapter of my life, is to pour into people's lives and help them realize they are special. They are unique. They are designed for greatness. That's it. When I pass away, when my time's done on this earth, and they're sitting there at my funeral, I don't want them to say, here lies Logan Stout. Comfortable. That's not what I want, right? When my time's done, I want people to say, man, that guy made a difference. When that guy walked in the room, he made the whole room feel better. When that guy was around, he was great. You know, I'm at dinner the other day, and I asked the waitress, how you doing? I'm okay. I go, remind me to ever ask you how you're doing ever again. Right? You just depressed me with that answer. So let's try this again. How are you doing? Good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so many people, please hear me on this. So many people don't live life. They exist life. Right? We're called to live life on purpose. To live life intentionally. Right? Do things with intention. But most people, they just wake up and life just kind of throws them around like the waves in the ocean. It just kind of throws them around and throws them around. And thank God it's Saturday. Right? And then Sunday night, 10 o'clock rolls around, sick feeling the stomach, and then Monday comes and you get thrown around, thrown around, thrown around. Look, I'm not speaking at any of you. I'm speaking with you. I really want you to hear me on that. Troy and you little guy, you are destined for greatness. Don't ever let the world take that from you. You hear me on that? Control the mental inventory in your head. Because as you get older, I promise you the world will try to make you normal. It will. The world, normal is not a compliment. Right? When I'm dead, I don't want people to go, hey, tell me about Logan. He's normal. He's normal. No, I want people to go, that dude's crazy. He's a little nuts. Right? Alright? Because here's the deal. What's normal? In debt? What's normal? Frustrated home life? What's normal? Broken marriages? What's normal? Right? I mean, you get the point. What's abnormal? Man, being fired up, I'm married to Haley Stout. I love my wife. I mean, she loves me. What's crazy? What's crazy? Getting up here and telling you my faith. You know, people come up to me after every meeting, man, I just want to thank you for being open and bold about your faith. Like, why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? Are you kidding me? He made me. Why wouldn't I talk about the Maker? It's crazy not to. And so my point is this. Yeah, I'm crazy. And I want you to get crazy with me. That's the bottom line. I want you to get crazy with me. I want you to have the ID life. I want you to not go sell our stuff. What I want you to do is go make deposits in people's lives for the better. Go help people. Right? The wealthiest people in the world aren't selling something. They're sharing something they're passionate about. At our company, you will never have to hide behind anything. And I want you to know that. If you think there's a better product out there, you tell me. I guarantee you, you give me a week, I'll have a better one. I promise you. If you think there's a better compensation plan than ours, you tell me. If you're right, within a week we'll have a better one. If you think there's a better CFO than our CFO, you tell me, I'll hire him. You tell me there's a better director of field development, you tell me I'll hire him. You tell me there's a better COO, you tell me I'll hire him. Here's my commitment to you as your founder and CEO, as your teammate, quite frankly. We will be number one in every category. There's no way I'm going to wake up and stand in front of a group of people and say, hey, we're the second best. That ain't happening. And so as I wrap up here, I guess the ultimate thing, again, I hope you, if you leave anything here tonight, I want you to leave understanding that if you're not happy where you are because of those folks that have fought for our freedom or doing so now, you have the choice to do something about it. You have to be able to say, I like it, I can do it, and I'm willing. I know you can do it. There's no question. Only you know if you like it, and only you can answer, yes, I'm willing. I know for a fact every single one of you can do great here. Even if all that means is getting your product for free, making an extra $1,000 a month, getting out of debt, doing it part-time. Even if all that means is setting up a retirement fund for your kids. Whatever it is for you, I know you can do it here. We have folks that are making life-changing income. We have folks making more money in 1 month here than they made an entire year at their previous job. Already, and we're 5 months young. So I'll leave you with this. The timing is perfect. If I'm you, if you're to say, Logan, okay, you've beaten me over the head, my life is depressing, I want to change, right? Or whatever, right? That's what people say, man, I don't know if I'm happy or sad after you spoke. But here's the point. Here's the point. Hey, the truth is the truth. We can mask it all day long, but the truth is still the truth. And only until you handle and deal with the truth does your life get better, right? And so here's the moral of the story. If I'm you right now, and you're to say, Logan, what should I do? Here's what I'm honestly going to tell you. I think you know me well enough to know by now, if I didn't believe this, I wouldn't say it, okay? There is not a better time to get involved in this company than right now, and here's why. In 100 days, basically, you have everybody that's going to be making a New Year's what? You have a chance between now and then to plant seeds, plant seeds, plant seeds, plant seeds, plant seeds. Remember, no means not yet. You have a chance between now and then to become a living, breathing, walking billboard of the power of our products. Whether you want to get better definition, right? Whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to gain weight, whether you're having joint pains, whether you're on all kind of prescription meds and you want to try to alleviate that, whether you're having skin problems, whatever it is for you. You have 100 days to be a living, breathing, walking billboard of the power of our products, and here's what's going to happen. You plant those seeds now. I promise you, a no means not yet. I promise you that, because no one has products as good as ours. They don't. And so a no means not yet. And come January 1, you'll have everybody coming to you. All right, I give. Tell me about ID Life, right? Because people are going to have a New Year's resolution. And here's what's great. Every January 7th, people have a do-over because they've already lost their New Year's resolutions. Right? So you've got a double header coming up in January where you can be prepared for that. Right? I mean, what are the two things people want? Get in better shape and get out of debt. Those are the two #1 New Year's resolutions, and what do we have? A solution for both. So again, some of you may go, I make 200 grand a year. You're probably spending 200 grand a year. Okay? What I'm going to ask you to do with yourself is just be real. The reason I was able to succeed in network marketing is I never acted like I had it all together. I never acted like I didn't need it. I was very real with people. I said, look, here's the deal. Yes, I have a job. Yes, it pays me well. But bottom line, here's where I want to be in a year, and I found a way to do it. I got on the products, they work for me. I've shared the products. I'm now debt-free. I'm now making incredible supplemental income. And in 12 months, I'm on track to retire and get to do this full time. That was my 30-second story to people. And there's no reason on this planet that can't be your 30-second story 100 days from right now. There's no reason that can't happen. You just have to go back to that question number 3 I said, and that is, are you willing? All you have to do is answer yes. Everyone you know is going to hear about this company. Everyone you know. You might as well get paid for it. Better yet, everyone you don't know is going to hear about this company. You might as well get paid for it. We're nationwide. I'm excited about it. We're going to be doing our first meetings ever in Florida in 2 weeks. Boca, Tampa, and Orlando. We have meetings all across the country all the time. Just get people to them. We're a huge team. We're here to work with you. Go check out our new performance line that we just launched. Pre-workout, post-workout, hydrate, and lean. Lean is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yes, right? You can come up here. I would love to meet you. Thank you so much for spending a night with us. I love you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.